I want to touch on the Charleston White situation real quick, man. I got to catch y'all in between the scene, man, because I'm out here chasing. There's money out here in the air. You understand what I'm saying? But welcome to the AHA podcast. You already know what it is. We're going to keep this content flowing because a motherfucker know that this is where it's at. But yo, that Charleston White dude, man, motherfuckers got to really pay attention to this joker, man. You understand what I'm saying? I always revert back to the thing with the COINTELPRO plan, and I also revert back to the promise that the Shaitan, the Satan, whatever religion you subscribe to, speaks about in the story between God and Satan when he gives Satan respite. And Satan says that he's going to deceive mankind from where mankind perceives him not. You understand what I'm saying? And so the only way, the only surest way for man to ever deceive his fellow man is from among him or from among them. You see what I'm saying? And so with regard to that, this is what I'm saying. Charleston White, dude is a piece of shit. The dude is a joker. If you disagree with him, nothing but vitriol leaks from his mouth. You understand what I'm saying? This is the same dude who comes along with having a good word or a word of advice or telling shit the way it is. Yeah, we want people to be able to tell us the way it is. You understand? And give us it, with no, coding, no sugar coating or anything. But if what he's sharing or if what he's trying to impart has vitriol, you understand what I'm saying, at the core or at the base of it, he could keep that shit. We don't need nobody like him popping shit to us, because for one, he not even built like that. The dude sits up here literally and tells people that he's a snitch. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, glorifying it, so it's like a rat come to life. Literally, it's like he's the personification of a human rat. You understand what I'm saying? With no shame in anything that he's doing and anything that he's saying. And we must beware of those who have no shame. Because those who have no shame are liable to do just about anything, man. You understand what I'm saying? This despicable thing that he can sit up here and condone a father telling on his son. Like, where do they do that at? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's fucked up that somebody had to lose their life. We not trying to excuse bad behavior on no level, in no form or fashion. It's messed up that somebody had to lose their life. But this man, the queso situation, the father told on his son. They were both down with wanting to go put in that work. Shit happens. They got jammed up and the pops told on the son. Hold on. The pops told on the son. How you gonna do that? And then how you gonna justify that? You understand what I'm saying with regard to the thing he was saying about him being a father and he got more kids out there. You understand what I'm saying? To be a father too. You see what I'm saying? So under the circumstances, the son's supposed to know that he got to take that for the team. Now, if that was the situation or the dynamic and the son decided to take that for the team, which he should have done anyway, right? It still don't exclude or excuse the fact that the pops told on his son. Nah, homie, we don't do that, and we don't support that. That shit is bitch-made shit. It don't matter what nationality, what race. That's some straight coward shit. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if you was down with it from the door. It would have been different. You understand what I'm saying? Well, not for me, because I subscribe to a different type of twist in that reality, right? Or inside that ideology. But had it been a situation where the pops is a law-abiding dude and he's not with the criminal activity in no regard, right? And his son did something like that and came home and told his pops, or you know what I mean, inadvertently made his pops, unwittingly made his pops his co-defendant, and the pops decided to do something like that, that'd be a whole different story. That just like, say, for instance, Jadakiss was to catch a body while his pops is waiting outside in the car. He came in and told his pops, yo, I caught a body through the grip in his pop's lap, and his pops get knocked with him. Truth be told, Jada pops will fuck around and still hold it down, because I seen squared up people that's not in the street more solid than niggas that are in the street. You understand what I'm saying? But just imagine that. Now, it would be different because the nigga be like, yo, Kiss knew his pops wasn't down with that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with right here. We can't say that with that situation because the dude Pops that told on Queso, The pops already had did time up north himself. So he was already outside in the street. You understand saying? So for him to have, gave his son up like that or threw his son under the bus and snitched his son out like that, nah, homie, that's some sucker shit. That's not no shit that we want as a community. That's not no shit that we want to celebrate or parade. It's better to say stay away from that type of energy that will lead to those type of consequences than it is to say, yo, just fucking jump out the box and be a rat. Because that's what the dude Charleston White is saying. You understand saying he's coming in the name of trying to help and save the community while, deploying antiques that if people were to follow would put them more in harm's way than not. You understand saying there's no glorification in being a traitor. And the reason why the black community per se finds this snitch to be despicable reverts back to the time of Nat Turner. You understand saying it was the snitch and his own, jealous, inner self that made him, go to the massa and say, yo, man, Nat over there in them bushes. You see what I'm saying? It's many different stories of why the dude gave Nat Turner up. I heard it was over a woman. I heard it was over a position on a plantation. I heard a bunch of things because I've done extensive reading. But what I'm saying is this is the reason why the black community per se finds the snitch despicable. You understand saying? Because why would you want to turn over somebody like Nat Turner? Yeah, what he did is gruesome, but one, any engagement is gruesome. We can't say, oh, because it was a domestic one. Look at the domestic shit that has been done on this country's soil. You understand saying? But that's how come the black community finds the snitch despicable. You understand what I'm saying? Because now it has passed down into like a tradition, like, a generation. And today we see it, man, and this shit is just deplorable, man. Where you could get a dude like 6ix9ine and them dudes right outside right now today, passing out flyers for his upcoming motherfucking concert. This shit crazy out here. You understand saying? But just because we see it don't mean we gotta do it. That's that monkey see, monkey do shit. And the law didn't create any of us to have to follow behind any one of us that's leading the motherfucking inside a fucked up direction. You understand saying? That shit Charleston White talking about, we say lie to that. We say lie to that because for one, that's coward shit. For two, it's despicable. You understand saying? And for three, reverse back to what I said. You don't have to fear consequence, or you understand stories of him or of his lectures talking about a consequence if you don't court that type of energy. You understand saying? This dude getting paid to speak, y'all, and I'm telling you, he might be a fucking mole. I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead the fuck ass serious. Charleston White might be a mole. The Black Panthers used to call a dude like that a jackanate. He's a motherfucking mole and a fucking fool that's trying to hijack the movement for the motherfucking man. I'm telling you. We don't say the man today because racism is no more by its color or by its hue, its skin tone. That's not racism today. Racism today is classism. You understand saying? Once you fit in a particular financial class in a social strata, you belong to a particular grouping. You understand saying? So racism today is not based on color. It can be because rich people are into globalization. And the majority of the globe is people of color. You can't get into mastermind and manipulate all the strings around the world if you talking about, I ain't fucking with him because he a different color. These people don't care about that no more. You understand what I'm saying? But to implant a dude like Charleston White, even to instigate it, to promote it, you get one seed. Just like when you trying to school a dude, you say, yo, if I miss 100 and hit one, then I did my job. That's his aim. That's his motherfucking aim. If he could miss 1,000 motherfuckers and land on 1.5 or 2, then he believed that his job is done. You understand saying? No, I don't condone violence. And if in the vein of it being based on righteousness, I will support everything that this dude say, but it doesn't. Get him mad. And the nigga start, oh, so what? I'm going to get you killed. And you touch me, I'm going to get you fucking shot up. I'm going to punch you in the face and talk shit, grab my dick, all type of weirdo, freaky deaky shit in your face. And if you put your hands on me, I'm calling the motherfucking police. You can't win with nobody like that. You can't. You understand saying? And the reason why they pay him to speak, because, yeah, he tell it like it is the way they want him to say it. Simple. You understand what I'm saying? That's the reason why they pay that dude. He tell it like it is because he's saying it the way they want him to say it. You understand saying? To always keep some shit going. How the fuck you put up the money, tell everybody you put up the money for somebody's funeral, get into a disagreement with, one of the siblings that are in distress, and then start cussing out a whole fucking city? That's demonic shit. Come on, that's the shit we expect from Lucifer, man. Not from nobody who come with the spirit of righteousness or the spirit of productivity. You understand saying he want to see something progressive happen? That's not how you come when you trying to make things happen, man. That's how you come when you trying to stir shit up. And so in this regard, man, I'm taking a shot at that boy, homie. You understand what I'm saying? Because he ain't nothing but a sucker, homie. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody that jack him is him. Fuck out of here. You crazy. Yo, Charleston White be keeping it real, but he do be having his information right. That nigga be having his information partially right. That's called amalgamation. Let that be the word of the day. Amalgamation. To amalgamate. That means to mix bullshit with the truth. You understand what I'm saying? Because the truth is appealing to any eye that lays eye upon it. You did? But then when you look at it and say, oh, but damn, this shit here is true, next thing you know, it opened up the door for all the bullshit to come in. Now the truth is now mixed with lies, and you caught in the trick bag. You don't know which way to go. You understand saying, no, we don't condone and support violence in our community. We tear down our own community doing stupid shit like that. You see what I'm saying? But we definitely don't promote a motherfucking traitor. This dude get up here and brag about being a snitch. Come on, man. We got to do better as a collective, man, and I mean as a community, man. We don't need to be celebrating no motherfuckers like that, because his intention isn't no saying rooted in righteousness. His intentions isn't rooted in, wanting to make things better. His intentions is self-aggrandizement. He's only thinking about himself. They give him 7,500 here, 3,500 here, 10 bands over here. He going up there popping bullshit, talking shit about our culture. Remember, my aim and mission has always been able to reclaim the motherfucking narrative, homie. And we ain't gonna let a joker like that tell our story, because he ain't us, homie. He ain't the majority of us, man. No, man, we are not no criminally bent people. I don't give a fuck what the media may promote and get you to believe or to accept about yourself. That's not who we are. We are most forgiving people, or smart people, or creative people. We not no fucking despicable creeps like this motherfucking Charleston White. You understand what I'm talking about? Word, man. I had to come out here and say something about that, because the shit that he was up there talking about on the joint, man, I forgot who he was talking to. I seen it on the internet today, and he was laying down talking about he commend K-So Pops for ratting on his son because his son wasn't nothing but a murderer anyway. You understand what I'm saying? He's despicable and he's this, that, and the third, and he deserved to be in a cage. Nah, homie, we don't promote that, man. We promote this. A father and son shouldn't be doing crime like that, period, to begin with. Right? And if they do decide to jump in the motherfucking V together and shit go awry, can't nobody sell each other out. Y'all motherfuckers fall on the sword. You understand saying? But if they do decide to, one take the rap and let the other one fly free, then that has to be agreed upon between them. That just like it was agreed upon between them to commit the crime. You understand what I'm saying? But selling the next one out or doing some other hand shit, throwing the nigga under the bus, nah, homie, we not promoting that. We don't stand for that, and anybody jacking that is that. You understand what I'm saying? I said what I said, man. You already know, nigga out here chasing that cash, man, in real time. Nigga ain't, I don't know where that top Charleston White nigga, how they do it out there in Texas, but I guarantee he ain't outside like me. Bet that. Fuck out here talking like that. You kidding me? Nevertheless, man, you already know what it is, man. I had to get that off my chest, put this up. And I'm going to put it out, man. YouTube don't write for me. They don't produce for me, man. They just give me some space to have some space, show some face to talk my shit. You already know the deal. If you fuck with me, subscribe to the channel. If you like what I'm talking about, then hit them like buttons, man. Remember, like for a like. And we going to leave it right there, man. Until later, you know what I mean? Go for the winning.